Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hey everyone who's here. Hopefully you can hear me and everything's working. Usual test at the very beginning to see if everything is broken. But yeah, welcome to another Rococo Office Hours. I'm Sam Lazarus, Creative Director for Rococo. And if you haven't been to one of these before, it's basically just a time for us to, for people to, come in the chat, ask questions about Rococo, whether it's about hardware, software, workflows, whatever. We'll go on some tangents and try to answer them, do my best to answer any questions you have. And then I'll usually work on like a project in the background. So, today I think what we'll do is, because it's the holidays and New Year's, maybe we'll try and make a little New Year's snowman dancing kind of thing. Probably in Cinema 4D, but maybe using some Maya. And yeah, it should be fun. So again, if you have questions about Rococo, do my best to answer them. So put them in the chat and say hello. It's nice to see you all. Binary Spiders, I think you've been here before. Jim Trueborder, JM, welcome. And let's get into it. So one thing that we've done a few times before, which is kind of fun, is just go through. We have like a company Slack, and we're always looking at customer edits or whatever that are put out there. So just thought we'd go through a couple of the fun ones that stood out recently. So this is some Comrade Music. I think they do music related stuff. But anyway, this is a fun little video that they made, mostly just of them in the suit, which was fun because there's not even any mocap. It's just using the suit because it looks badass. So I haven't actually listened to it with sound, so I'm not sure what's going on, but fun little one from Comrade Music. So this was another interesting one. This was a Ape Escape Bored Ape, the NFT series, but they did a DJ set, these Ape Escape artists, and they did it all with Rococo. So that was cool to see. I'm probably getting feedback from my headphones there. But yeah, just a cool, utilization of the suit in real time. I assume they were behind the scenes, or maybe it was pre-recorded. Not sure. But yeah, that was cool to see. Rendering the metaverse, NFT. No matter what you think about the NFTs, cool to see it being used in this way. Yeah, so Octane for the rendering. So probably pre-recorded, but it's cool to see. Neon Knights Humanity Erased, which is this project that I think started as a short film, essentially, from this Danish filmmaker for their their masters or something. Their thesis project has turned into this now video game, and it stars Lars Mikkelsen, Mads Mikkelsen's older brother, I think. And anyway, super cool. They're chugging along, making awesome stuff. They use Rococo for the mocap. They actually use a GoPro rig with custom facial animation. So they don't use our tools for the facial animation. But the result is really cool. If you want to see a high-level game / cinematics being made with Rococo, they're cool to check out. And they're actually in Denmark, so our team was able to go hang out with them. This was fun. Real-time, Unreal. Somebody, Lorenzo Fonda, using Rococo suit, doing real-time performances. You can actually see them, I think, in a couple of these shots. Yeah, here they are. Doing the character is imitating them or whatever. It's all real-time. So this is cool. This looks like awesome. Again, I haven't listened to these with the sound, but I assume some hot fire on the sound. This was really great. I haven't actually watched this account either, but this is all using Rococo tools. Rococo facial mocap, I think. Came out really well. Love the hair. And yeah, another just a good example of Rococo being used. Keep cruising. New York billboard using Rococo tools. That was kind of cool. French Montana. So that's always awesome to see. And, oh my God, this one was bananas. Elliot Faze just got their Rococo smart suit. first test with the Face It add-on. So I don't know if they're using what they're using to animate the face, if it's Rococo or not, but this is just, I love this. This, whatever this is amazing. Looks like some Jinx related things here too that they do. Oh my god, this stuff is so cool. Freaking awesome. Elliot Phase. Follow. That's a follow. Wow, crazy stuff. And then another Jinx related thing done with Rococo. Looks really good. At least the body. I'm not sure about the face. Caleb Chamberlain. More. I think this was Rococo too. I'm not sure, but super cool. And then finally, loved this. This is somebody who has a Rococo suit. This isn't animated, but I think they're prepping their character. And this is actually a Daz character, this Muppet, which I really like. And we're actually going to be hopping in Daz in a bit to show that workflow off a little bit. Beverly Films. What's up, bro? From Russia. That's awesome. Welcome. Merry, happy holidays. Merry whatever you celebrate. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I love this little Muppet character. I think this is hilarious, and they just did a really good job putting it in this, track pants and everything. And yeah, looks good. So that's a good segue because we are going to be using some Daz stuff. Let me close this. I'm going to open up Daz Studio. So Daz Studio is a... we actually just put out a VTubing tutorial series, which goes through the Daz workflow, character workflow a little bit. And so we're going to be drafting off of that. But there, it's winter, so it's that time of the year. And I have this snowman character that I use not very often. And I thought this guy would be perfect for something. Oh, nice. Beverly. That's Beverly Films. That's great. Happy it's working out well. What are you working in? Let us know. Is this Unreal? Is it some Cinema 4D? After my own heart? Some Blender, perhaps? Got any questions? As I can do my best to answer them if you do. But that's great that it's working well. That's what that's what I always like to hear. Obviously, that somebody's having a good time with the suit. Yeah, so here's this snowman character again, and so we just put out this VTubing series, and you can kind of see the mouth, but it's cool because any of these Genesis 8 characters you can rig for facial motion capture. Boop, boop, boop. There's the jaw going up and down. We're not going to do that, I think, today because I don't have any pre-recorded things. Stuck on 3D, hello? Oh, that's great. Okay, Stuck on 3D. So the new firmware update will happen. It will happen at hopefully the end of January. Essentially, that's when the beta for the new version of Studio is going to come out, is the end of January. That's the target. Don't hold me to that because it could always change, but we've been testing the hell out of it, and it's looking really good. And so it'll be in a beta, so we will not be deprecating Studio as it is now because it works and people have projects, and so we're not getting rid of Studio, but there will be this new beta that will unlock a lot of the features that come with the new that are a part of the Smart Suit Pro 2, but they will also improve the Smart Suit Pro 1. And it's a combination of things that are happening in the new version of Studio. Anyway, so it'll be in a beta and you'll be able to start playing around with it then. I will probably move over fully to the beta, even though it might have some bugs and things. It's all going to be cloud-based, which is really cool. So we're going to be working, it's going to be a beta. But I will say already from what I've done, the performance in the new Studio has been way better, just faster, more accurate in terms of, inertial motion capture is like always, you're never going to have a perfect, it's not absolute position, right? So you're going to have things like where you're clapping and the hands are going through each other and stuff. But the new version of Studio actually does a way better job of, I don't know what it's doing, but it does a better job of, it's more accurate, faster, It's just been better. So that's all end of January, kind of is the long answer there. And I'm not sure about the firmware updates that are going to go, but they'll be coming soon afterwards or with that. I'm not entirely sure. Binary spiders. Yeah, the new features they were in the explainer video, which we tried to explain, but it all still is kind of semi-vague. But the big ones are elevation tracking. We're going to basically, the beta will come out, and then we'll be rolling out these features over the course of the year. But elevation tracking is one. So right now you can't go up and down stairs. That will be a part of the new studio. Enabling something called a boost mode, which is for the Smart Suit. That's for Smart Suit Pro 2, which will make things just faster and more accurate. A lot of the work that's going into the new studio is trying to combat drift errors and stuff like that. So just more accurate in general. And then an EMF mode on the gloves, which will basically in the new gloves, there's hardware in there that will allow you with a firmware update will allow you to generate an EMF field. So this is the gloves, and basically in the hub it will generate a electromagnetic field. So an EM field. I'm not sure. Anyway, but basically what it is that it creates a bubble around the hub within which you can track absolute movement of the sensors in the ends of the gloves and things. So basically just way more accurate. The gloves already are really accurate, but it will make the gloves even more accurate. So that's another feature, which is cool. I mean, the big thing that it will enable is for the suit is just upping the frame rate of the streaming it'll double it. Firmware update will unlock some of the tolerances for the accelerometers from 8G. Right now they can sustain 8 Gs. They will be able to sustain 16 Gs, so better impact performance basically. It'll just be more accurate. Yeah, the EMF field does sound fancy. Very interesting technology. Super cool because it's absolute positioning. So someday it'd be great if we could integrate it in a bigger way. And Beverly, I didn't see UE4. That's awesome. Hopefully the tools are working really well in UE4. So yeah, that's some of the new stuff coming out with the new suits and. JM True Border. Man, have some questions. Well, so there is a Discord, because I am not an engineer, so I take what the engineers tell me. I try to retain as much of it as I can, and then answer questions here. But so I would love to hear what you're doing. Doing your master's research unit, I work in the topic is suitability of Rokoko motion capture product. That's interesting. So it's a whole thesis on Rokoko and how suitable it is for Mocap neural net training, I assume, simulation training. So it's for content creation and simulation training. Well, ask any questions you have, and I'll do my best. But we do have a Discord where there are smarter people than me, such as the great David Lindbergh, who's one of the mods of the Discord. And let me just go grab the invite link to that. And throw it in the chat because it's just a great place if you have questions. There's also a bunch of users there, JM, in case, thesis projects, you want some quotes or, I don't know, you're looking for users for some reason for your research. Okay, hold on. Discord invite. Let me just go find this. Here's the Discord. Just a good place to check out, because it's on 24 hours a day. A couple questions coming in. Okay. Oh, interesting. Binary spiders. Hair card thing. Yeah, I mean, the Studio One is done with Unity. It's built on top of Unity, I'm pretty sure. Studio 2 is a new architecture, I believe, because it's all cloud. Creative Frame. Is there an option to buy the old suit for a better price? No. Essentially, I mean, because what happened was the supply chain issues, which plagued us, which you can ask people who had delayed suits about. It was a big issue, which we eventually released a statement about, and we are forever sorry about, but it was out of our hands. It's the same reason that cars aren't being made and things. These chips aren't available, especially if you're not a massive car company. But anyway, so we basically have run through all of the stock of the old suits. So I don't think we don't have any more old suits. So we're just making the Smart Suit Pro 2. That being said, if you check the Reddit, I think I just saw the other day somebody had put a suit up for sale. So on the Reddit, on the Discord, again, sometimes you can find suits for sale that people are moving on. Or something, getting rid of their suit for whatever reason. And so you can check the Reddit, Rococo Reddit, or Rococo Discord for suits that you can buy off of old people. And I know there are some people who have bought the new suit and will probably be looking to offload their old suit. So that's a place to find a used suit is probably the best. And then the other place to find suits for free is we just ran a contest. That was the prize was a new Smart Suit Pro package. Smart Suit Pro 2 package and whole thing. So we run monthly contests, and we will give away either credits towards buying a suit, like third and second place in that contest were $500 to use on the store, so to put towards a suit or gloves. So participate in the contest, which you can do for free. You don't need our tools to participate. You can use our free mocap assets that we have available. You just have to use Rokoko stuff. So that's a good way to try to get a suit too for free if you're looking to knock some money off. Also great to participate in contests. They push you. Okay. Beverly Films. Sorry, I'm just going through these, going slow. So Creative Frame, that was my answer there. Quickly show how to broadcast Rococo to UE 4.27. Yes. So we actually were supposed to put out, we have a new plugin and we were stress testing it. It's on the marketplace, and right now the old tutorial does not work for it because it's a new tutorial and we haven't put out an official tutorial on it yet. I was playing around. We were stress testing it with MetaHumans, and there is a issue with it right now. So our Unreal dev is working on that. Hopefully that will be resolved soon, and we'll have an official tutorial. So there is no official Unreal 4.27 or Unreal 5 tutorial yet. So, no, I don't yet, but it's coming very soon, and we obviously want to get it working. It's a little broken for MetaHumans right now. So sorry about that, Beverly Films. Stay tuned for an update very soon about that. Yeah. Beverly Films. Yeah, OneNote seems to have an update, unlike the one yeah, it does. So it's kind of broken right now, which is not good because it's public. You can check our GitHub page if you want instructions about it more, but I don't think the workflow works. Rococo GitHub Unreal. Google that. Just go to our GitHub page, and I believe, yeah. So this has kind of a written workflow for 4.27, but again, it might not work. I think the best bet is 4.26, unfortunately. Cool, JM. I can't wait to hear what your questions might be. You mentioned it's faster, which is interesting for cloud. Any plans for on-premise software? Yes, you will. That's a big part of it. It scared me a lot when I heard that we were moving to a cloud system. But no, there'll be an offline mode. Similar to the way it is right now. With Rococo Studio 1, which is that every 24 hours you just need to be online. So like if you were going to a place where you didn't have internet, you just want to make sure that you were able to log on just when Rococo Studio opens. If it hasn't connected to the internet in 24 hours because of, I don't know, there's some sort of security reason we have for that. You need to be connected every 24 hours or it'll lock you out. So there will be an offline solution, especially because I like using an offline router to get my best mocap. Remote shoots, but also even I use an offline router here. Now I don't as much because I've just figured out it works okay without doing that. But we will have an offline option, which is really important. Hand precision. Inertial mocap isn't very precise. Yeah, you're right. Hands even closer. So, Yeah, so one way GM True Border, I mean, that's right, right? Inertial mocap systems, um, they have drift, and again, it's not absolute positioning in space. So it's taking the rotational. I mean, I don't need to explain this to you, but for anyone else who might not know, each sensor is recording only rotational data. It doesn't know where it is in space. It knows where it's rotating, and that's all extrapolated back through the body to figure out how to move the hands and everything, right? So one thing that you can do is you can try to play with the measurements of your Newton character. I don't actually usually recommend that. And let me open up what I mean. Look, you can... Ooh, do I not have... I need to go read... I've been playing with the new beta so much. I think I uninstalled the typical Rokoko Studio while I was doing that. So I'm just going to go download it. Rokoko Studio is free. Comes with sample animations. And if you don't have Maya, it's the best way to access the motion library. Again, if you want to play with those contests. Let me download this guy. Just reinstall Rokoko Studio. Yeah. Binary. There is, I think there's going to be one very shortly that's going to be a VTubing one, which I'm not sure how it's going to work. And then I think check the Discord because that's where any announcements of contests will always happen. But yeah, there's usually a monthly contest. At least last year they were running monthly contests. Our fantastic social team will run them. And usually all it takes is just to use Rokoko mocap in some way. Rokoko Studio comes with these sample animations, which is time to update probably, but also the motion library, and you can find free mocap. You just search by price, motion library up here, and these are all free assets. So if you use these in a contest, it works. But yeah, long story short, it should be a contest in the next month. We're going to be doing them a lot. Yeah, what hands measure the... So when you're making, right, your actor profile and you do your measurements, generally I say you're going to have problems probably trying to use these measurements. We do not recommend you use them because they're hard to get right and they're based on like bone length as opposed to like when you're measuring your hips, for instance, the outside of your hips, it's not that. It's from your pelvic bone, the tips of your pelvic bone. So it's difficult to do. So this is one way, but honestly, there's not a good way to do it. The best way that I've seen so far is basically our new version of Studio, which I was talking about a second ago, Studio Beta. The new Studio, Rokoko Studio, that has much better tracking. So come the end of January, that will be out, and that is just, you still just put in your height, but it does, when I've been using it, I've been able to like touch my face, and my hands will still go through each other, but they won't like cross. They'll be like really close. And also, when some of those EMF fields are enabled, when Studio... when we push that firmware update and we're creating the more accurate EMF fields, we'll be able to maybe correct drift based on some of those fields and that, the sensing, how close they are might. So there's basically the new Studio is going to be the best way to get rid of that stuff. You can try doing these, but again, I actually actively do not recommend messing with these. So like play with this, but you might get worse results. It wouldn't surprise me. These are really difficult to use. I honestly think we should just kill this whole thing. But yeah. So answer, non-answer there. JM Films. JM True Border, sorry. Yeah. And then the other thing you can do is when you are doing your calibration pose, you can try to, account for the disparity in your... in the distance between the hands, right? So if you do your calibration pose with your hands slightly out or slightly in, it will affect... the rest of the mocap is relative to that calibration pose. So if you're trying to... So you can kind of fake it, you know what I mean? When you're doing your calibration pose, and it will help correct the distance to your hand. So there's hacky ways to do it. There's no real good way to do it. Oh yes, 4.26 MetaHuman workflow totally works. We have a great tutorial on that and free project files that are already set up for Rococo. Rococo Unreal. So you can download these right now. Yeah, this beta release doesn't work anymore, I think. I think we got to pull that down. But if you go to, the YouTube, so the updated workflow, this one, this has a free project file. Yep, free project file here. So this character's set up. And then also we have, if we go back, where's all my Paragon assets? Here's 5 free project files, and these are, again, all already set up for Mocap. Yeah, Fofamit. Hey, Fofamit in the chat. Good to see you. Love Fofamit. Amazing YouTuber. Used all of their tutorials for trying to figure out VTubing. Yeah, it will soon, Fofamit. It doesn't now, which is kind of, it is what it is. We put it out and it was working, and then it hadn't been stress tested enough, and it is not working. So our dev is hard at work, who's fantastic. It's just the holidays, and so early January it should be fixed. It'll be out soon. But yeah, anyway, so these are free project files and stuff that are all in 4.26 ready to go. These are using MetaHuman heads on Paragon character bodies, which is really neat. And these are set up because MetaHumans and Paragon characters are all free. So like you download this project file and you have to make a few changes to the actor profile name, which is in here. You just have to change it to, what yours is. I can't see this. Let me change this to 4K. But, yeah, I talk about it. But here's, the actor profile name. So you need to change it to Beverly Films, whatever your name is. But then it'll just all kind of work, which is great. Yeah, so these are great. Not downloaded enough. Let's make sure that this link works. Go to site. Yeah, they're all here. They all work. Oh, yeah, and then there's a tutorial on how to use me. So, yeah. Great project files. These characters are so awesome. The the Paragon characters are so good. Anyway. Yeah, Fofamit. It's going to be good. Yep, Jam. It supports V1 of the suit. I've been testing it with V1 of the suit, actually. And it works super. It just works better. I've been playing with the live streaming, and so far it's been working. It's going to be a beta, so there's going to be problems with it. There's problems with it sometimes, but like in general, the problems aren't enough to make me not use it. It's going to be because the performance is better. So that's going to be good. Fofamit, looking forward to the early access suffering. Yeah, it is suffering right now. I mean, I was trying to get the friggin' Unreal trees working in Unreal 5, and I was having problems. I'm an Unreal dummy, though, so, newbie still. So I'm probably on my end. But Unreal 5 is, like, not... I always think it's, like, it's good, it's fine, and then I always run into problems with it. But again, I probably don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably doing something wrong. This node. Ivan. Raven. I don't have an update on availability of smart gloves. I'm sorry to hear that. You can always, if you've gotten in touch with customer success at Rococo.com, they should be able to give you an update. So I would try that. Customer success at Rococo.com. and hopefully they'll give you an update. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Shipping. We're really hoping that in the new year it's going to get better, but who knows when we'll wake up from this nightmare of our sweet COVID life. Jam, no additional places for Vive trackers, but the virtual production workflow will not be deprecated. It will be present in the new studio, so you'll be able to use Vive trackers. So that will still be there. I mean, yeah, elevation tracking in the new studio, which I believe will be for V1 suits, because I think it's more of on the software side. I'm not positive. It should be for V1 suits too, but that will be an update that will help with the lying down and stuff. Although it's still gonna probably be rough for like having that's why you just got to use treadmill mode sometimes, which doesn't help probably for what you're doing. But I don't really understand the V1 V2 difference when it comes to virtual production. You need to jump and lie down. Yeah. I mean, the suit's just not very good for jumping and lying down. But it should be better in the new studio. Yeah. And as we get closer, hopefully we should have more information on why that is. Again, I need to ask the engineers on that one. Check the Discord. David will probably have more information. David Lindbergh on the Discord. Some good questions. Hopefully answering people's. Yeah, Raven again. Super sorry to hear that. Don't like hearing that, you haven't gotten what you ordered, because you should. McRibs, sorry to hear that as well. Yeah. They should be coming. But yeah, customer success. Raven should be able to give you an update. Frustrating, I know. We do apologize. Yes, we will have more detailed explanations of why. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that, because I'm not entirely sure. I think it is more on the software side. So it should be applied to V1 as well. Again, accuracy in general in the new studio is better for V1 too. So a lot of this stuff is on the software side. And then on the hardware side, there's some of the other things that we've done in the V2 version of the suit. Like, it's just more durable, and there is, the 200 FPS is in the new sensors with the higher G impact thresholds. That's all in the new suit. But for elevation tracking, I'm pretty sure it's mostly software. Yeah, I remember watching that video, Fofam, and it sounded like a nightmare. Yeah. McRibs, they definitely, we have a great support team, and we do all that we can. Well, there is a fascinating, what's really hard as well is that Denmark, where the company is based out of Denmark, and which also has a lot of other robotics companies and things, but they're not, it's been especially difficult in Denmark. We assemble all of our suits in-house in Denmark, and so it's just been really tough because there's no chips. That was the problem. We had an official statement that we put out on the reason for all the delays, and it's basically because there's just no chips. There's no supply for what we need. These silicon chips or whatever that are in the suit. So it's not a good excuse, and I am also aware of, you know, companies kind of using the COVID as kind of an excuse for all of their problems, which is not nice to hear, because it's not a catch-all excuse, but it also is what it is. It just has been what it is. But it's very fair to be upset with the long shipping delays, and we do apologize. But it's not much we can do. Yeah, Jam True Border. Hit up the Discord. Maybe there's, you're doing research. Maybe there's a way that you can get access earlier. I don't know. I probably not, but I don't know. It sounds like you're doing some interesting things, and try our best to help. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep looking at this. Good little. Just been answering questions, which is great. But I do want to play with this snowman. Yeah. Thank you, Mega Streak Man. Again, Mega Steak Man, not Streak Man. Again, I think it's very valid to be upset with the delays because they've been crazy. But, we are doing our best, so I'll say that. It's not a, nobody wants to hear excuses. So I definitely empathize. Okay. Snowman. Yeah. So if we were to I want to get this guy dancing. And I think the way that I'm going to do that is by using the Maya Daz bridge. So open up Maya, and we can, using Daz, so this is Daz 3D character. And you can go in and you can modify, the parameters based on your other morph shapes and things. I did think about making this guy really beefy. The scarf isn't fitting anymore, but I really like beefy snowman. Raw biggin. Wolf beast. I think there's just a bodybuilder version too. Is there a bodybuilder? Bodybuilder. Oof. No, I don't like it. Let's just keep him as is. He looks good. But yeah, this is our snowman. And so what we can do is open it up Maya. And I always use Maya for all my retargeting if I can. New Maya Indie version makes that much more attainable. We are going to include some morphs because I might want to hand animate some smiles or something. So let's include some morphs. Except morphs are all the blend shapes in the face. Fair, McRibs. Also, do you like McRibs? I've yet to have one in my life. Not to change the topic, but now I'm thinking about McRibs. Yeah. If your day job is logistics, I'm sure that, it's been a nightmare for you as well. Hopefully the January estimate is right. But of course, I can't guarantee it, although it should be. I do know that in general, we've been getting closer to fixing all of our shipping issues and backlog. Cool. Okay, Daz to Maya. So this is the Daz importer thing, which just automatically will bring this character into Maya. Hit auto import, and it should characterize it too. Yeah. New one wheel as well. That's fun. Getting the suit and the one wheel. Ooh, missing some of our stuff. Didn't come in with... I guess I can just go and add that later. Like the glasses and stuff. What is up with his eyes? And if we... Oh, it's hidden. What the hell? Oh, so the scarf is here. But it's hidden. Don't know why that is. But anyway, we should be able to add those things back in later. And what's nice is he's already characterized. So I can bring in Mocap now, and it will just work, which is really nice. Like, it's in a T-pose, looking good. So let's go grab, I think dancing is always my fallback, and it's easy. So we'll probably just grab some dancing. Walking on air. Is that me? Peter Outie? Walking on air in the background? What does that mean? Thanks, Thrilled to Will. I assume you're the Will. Thanks, we try. You know, that's where we try to differentiate a little bit from some of the other mocap companies. Because it's a journey figuring out mocap, you know? It's really tough. We try to be as responsive and as possible. And, you know, these streams even are just try to be out here so you can ask questions and hold us accountable and stuff. Oh, it's from the theme from the kids movie, Snowman. The kids movie, because we're all watching. I've watched like 10 kids movies in the last, you know, all the best Christmas movies. Holiday movies tend to be kids movies, I think. Okay, so what happens if we do put in holiday? Do we have any holidays? So no. What about celebration? This is the motion library again. Moro Motion, love Moro Motion, one of my favorite publishers. Ooh, a little handshaking. I like this cheer. So this is actually a free asset that you can go and download right now. Maybe this one. It's not very long, but that could be fun. Woo! Oh, like it could be snowing, and then it could be doing this, and then we could slow-mo. Let's download it and see what the deal is. Add to cart. So it's free, so you can add it to your cart, and then it's not going to cost. You don't have to put in. If you're just getting free assets, you don't need to put in any credit card information. You need a Rokoko login ID. That's all you need. Nice, Jam. Yeah, we try to be helpful. I think the Discord has also been fantastic. That's been really cool because the Discord is great as well and is pretty new, so still evolving, but is another good resource. Anyway, yeah. So current smart suit, not yet, but that is the eventual goal. The problem is Thrill to Will. I mean, one thing that you could do, and we should have like a marketplace or something on the Discord. But you know, you can package things and sell them on Gumroad. The problem with the motion library and the reason it's only bigger publishers is because if we let everyone sell on the motion library, we just have a real quality control. Like we need to hire a whole department of people to be quality controlling all the uploads. But that is the goal eventually, and especially because the new studio is like all cloud-based. There will be an offline mode again, but that should be... The goal was always to have it be this marketplace where people could sell their mocap animations. We're just not there yet because when we started thinking about it, we were like, oh my God, what if people are selling low-quality animations? Like, we need to go in and make sure that it's going to all work. Ooh, look at this. So cute. Yay. I like this. We're definitely doing this. And we can fix maybe... See some of this weirdness with the arms. So I think we can go in and tweak this. Ugh. But this is really cute. Look at this guy. I mean, this is a great thing about these. You know, a lot of the stuff on the motion library... is made by kind of pro studios, so it just looks really good and clean. They've gone through and cleaned it, you know, and all this stuff, and so yeah. Yeah, it is a very horror-y suit over there. Just starts moving. Yeah, I like this though. This looks really good. So how do we go about getting this onto this character? Well, we someone else on our team, content team, is going to be putting out a tutorial about the control rig soon, which will be we kind of have one on how to do tweaking and stuff in Maya, but we can go to this. We've just basically all we've done here is added our mocap to the source and the character. Our character is in character. Add the mocap to the source. It's all retargeting. Again, the motion library makes it easy because everything in Maya, because everything comes in pre-done for you. But now we just go to bake to control rig. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Thrill to Will. So David Lindbergh, he's the mod of Discord. He's all over the place. David Lindbergh. But he's the mod, and he's just also very knowledgeable about lots of things. So he's just a great resource. Okay, so let's see if I want to fix this. So this is our control rig, and the nice thing about baking to a control rig is that we get the ability to tweak our mocap, but using IK-like chains. So this, you can see I move the hand, and I have access. It's an IK system, which is, you can do this by bone as well, but it's way easier, obviously, to do it using the control rig that's built in. And so if, just by default, I can't make changes, so I have to go to the animation layers, and I have to go to the anim tab. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both. We're going to fix this clipping on the arms, first of all. So let's select both of the wrist controllers. Click this button right here. Create layer from selected. And so you can, if you saw that, basically, if we're on the base animation, here's our mocap, which has been baked to our character at this point. We can delete our mocap from the scene. So no more mocap in the scene. All the animation has been transferred to our character skeleton. And if we click this base animation, and we maybe just go to select all, or no. I don't know, but basically the base animation has all of our keyframes, but the anim layer is clean, and we can do additive changes on top of our mocap as long as we've added those, we added the wrist controllers to this layer. So now I can just move this guy out a little bit, add a keyframe, move this guy out a little bit, add a keyframe, and now it hasn't gotten rid of all of our mocap, but we have this little fix, and we could even just move it out a little bit more because we got that thumb. Maybe we'll just do a little whoop like that. Yay! So now let's see what we can do to fix, maybe like that. So we just need to do that. So again, because I haven't added this part of the control rig to a layer yet, I can't make changes. So I need to select, I'm taking this shoulder controller, going to add it to this anim layer on top of our mocap, so non-destructive of our original mocap. Now that it's in there, I just do one of these guys, add a keyframe, but we probably want here it to be how it originally was. So if I just click this zero out, it will zero out this thing, and then because we added a keyframe, it will key over, and then we could zero it back out as it comes back. Boop. There we go. Looks good. Whee! Fun. Yeah, and all these change. I'm going to save this project, and Maya has a tendency to crash on me. save this before we try exporting. Always save before you export. Snowman cheering. Cheer. Boom. Yeah, it's Throw to Will. It's definitely coming along. We have been playing around with them and using the Smart Studio 2 features, and yeah, better performance. Elevated locomotion, I haven't personally played with a lot yet. It's been with the engineers, still, making it perfect. But we'll have more to share on that in January. Yeah, Mega Steak, man. It is rough in Unreal sometimes with that control rig. But if you're looking for help there, Cinematic Captures is a lot of stuff that they do. Or Citizen Meta 1 on YouTube. I'm not sure, Lecco. I don't think that you can. I think that that's set basically by the publisher, unfortunately. So there are ways to interpolate more keyframes that you could probably find that would smooth it out. So that would probably be the method there. For MetaHumans Jam, True Border, I mean, oh man. I always think that Maya is the best program to work in for retargeting because the Human IK panel, they have, 3 decades worth of, 2.5 decades worth of it being the industry's go-to for retargeting and animation. So, and the Human IK system is algorithmically, I'm not an engineer, I don't know if I'm using that right, but it's been explained to me that basically the retargeting that's happening in Motion Builder and Maya is just better. There's secret sauce that's working there. So the retargeting is actually better there. So I always recommend Maya if you can. The problem, of course, with MetaHumans is that it's messy to get it into Maya, and then it's even messier to get it from Maya back into Unreal. So if I was doing it, I would do it all in Unreal. And you got to deal with the control rig. So, I maybe would even, if you could use Maya, you're probably going to have a better luck. But it's just messy to get it in and out. I think people have, there's definitely been, what is it called? Digital Creator School. Lucas, who was in the chat last time, which was super cool. YouTube. He has a Rococo suit now, so he's also been doing this stuff. But he has where is it? MetaHuman. Let's put in MetaHuman. He did a whole MetaHuman. I haven't tried to. Yeah, MetaHuman export to Maya and back again. So here's this tutorial. I haven't tried this. This guy's great, Lucas. He's awesome. And I assume that this video runs through it. I just haven't had time to play with it myself. Yeah, if I'm animating or retargeting, Maya's the best place to do it. Okay, so this guy's looking good. Let's export all. Probably get a crash. Oh, look at that. That's why we save. Open it back up. I don't know why, but hitting export. Yeah, Mega Steak Man. And Jim. Jam. I keep calling you Jim. Jam True Border. Yeah, crashes are basically a part of this Maya workflow as well. I don't know if that's just me, but it's fine because usually the auto saver picks it up and I can just do it, and it's like everything is already done again, saved everything, and now I can go and export all. I don't know why it does that. It's very frustrating. Look, now it works fine. Okay, and we want to save this out to our project file. Try to not be messy. To our project. I'm going to resample all. I usually do that, although sometimes that will cause a crash, so you can always when you're baking this animation, resample all, bake animation. You shouldn't have to do it, but sometimes it makes it easier, better. Include the blend shapes. They should come across, I think. I'm in FBX 2016, 2017. That's what I always use, because 2020, these give me problems sometimes. Honestly, 2014 is sometimes the best. I don't know. But we call this Snowman Cheer. Blender is superior. I mean, I can't really argue. Blender is amazing. Yuha. Is it Yuha or Juha? Yuha, Maddie. Jim, no. No. I must train my brain not Jim. I mean, Jim is a fine name too. But that's just my brain being dumb. Okay, so exported, cool. And guess what? I'm going to Cinema 4D. I know we should do more Blender stuff and more Unreal stuff, but this is where I'm most comfortable, so this is where we're going to hang out. I got to get my Unreal 5 tutorial series to go, which I just got on, I forget, one of the things, and so I still have never done a proper Unreal. I'm still not very comfortable in there. But, so we're going to use Cinema, because that's what I know best. Yeah, Mega Steak Man, I know. Very frustrating. Oh, office hours, raw, Snowman Cheer. Let's see what the state of this is. Hey, ESD. Thanks, you too. Yeah, I know, I'm stuck in... Oh, look, so it does have all the things. We just couldn't see them in Maya for some reason. Very bizarre. I think it was 250 or so. Whee! Look at this cutie. Whee! Oh, look at that arm. Looks pretty funky. But I think it's okay. Let's see how it looks in the old Octane. Oh my god, it looks super cute. Look at this guy. Oh, the scarf actually looks really... Oh, is this a... What the hell is going on with this scarf? And does he have... Oh, he does. He came across with the blend shapes. So, can we open... Let's make him smile. Can we smile? Jaw open. Oh, no. So, the blend shapes did not come across. So, they're not working. I don't know why. Probably something to do with that FBX export. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We don't really need it. Just going to delete them because they're just slowing us down. Kill these morphs, kill these control references. We need to go find this scarf. Select the scarf, hit F. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I do not know why it is a translucent material. Shouldn't be. I'm going to convert all of these to Octane materials, see if we get a crash. There is a video for fixing it in Cinema 4D. You can use the motion... What's it called? The motion clip system to do it. And there is a video out on the YouTube about it. Let me find it. Cinema 4D Rococo. Edit your mocap. So this guy, it's not the best. There should be a way to hook it up to the Mixamo control rig thing that I just haven't. Too many things that I haven't gotten to yet. So there should be a way to have a similar kind of. control rig fixing thing. Whoa, look at that. Displacement is crazy. Bring that way down. Don't crash, please. Make it 0.5. Let's make it 0.1. And then just tile up this material. Look, now he's got a scarf. Should be red. Let's make it red. Image texture, huh? Haha, no. RBG spectrum. Boop. And let's make it red. Yeah. That's good enough, I think. I love Moro Motion's things. Oh, look at this. So great. And I think what I normally do, I could like what I normally do is I just increase the frames because I like to do all these manipulations in post. So I'll just export it like 120 and then I'll just ramp the slow-mo. Whee! You know, or I'll export a section from here at like 240 and then you get really smooth slow-mo. Yay. And then what we can do, let's save this, and we can bring in some quick flow assets and build a little, maybe a little, you know, a little scene here. Holiday snowman. Figured virtual production live link from Studio to Unreal, but didn't have time to study the animation export as a separate. Yeah, and he got. So I wanted to ask. Okay, hold on. JM or Utah. Neuralite, good to see you. Hey Rebecca, nice to see you. I think we've seen you before. Neuralite, we've definitely seen you before. Good to see you again. Oh, Zach, I didn't see your questions. Smart Suit Pro 2. There'll be more stuff coming in January when they start shipping. JM, I wanted to ask, I figured animation export is separate. Oh, so you want to retarget in Unreal. Yeah, there is a tutorial about retargeting in Unreal on the channel. So you can go and find that, and that would be like the offline way to do it. The problem with retargeting in Unreal, especially for facial animation, is there's not a lot of good ways to do facial animation retargeting in Unreal. It is possible, but it's messy. And so it's that's retargeting the mocap is pretty easy. But retargeting snowflake, interesting. The facial animation is tough, so that's why with the metahumans, oftentimes, you know, we will just do a we will do it live. Because it's easier to do it live and record it in the take recorder than it is to do it not. What's the best way to do this? How should I do this? So what if I do this sort of thing? Oh! Trying to make a quick and dirty snowflake here. Look, it's a snowflake. Kind of. Yeah, it is, right? Yeah, that works. Oh. And then what's the best way to do this? Give it a little thickness here. Boom. Now we got a snowflake. Let's make it a white snowflake. Hey. Doesn't look very white and snowflakey, but what we can kind of do is we'll just make a particle system with these snowflakes. And let's go open up Quixel and see if we got some snow assets. Okay. Yeah, I know. It seems like there's some really interesting things in cinema for mocap. They're doing better and better things. Arctic ice and snow. Ice cliff. Download. Oh, plowed snow ground. Download. Snow mound. Download. What else? What else? What else? Snow embankment. Download. Okay. Man, I love Quixel. Let's see if it goes over. Exporting to Cinema 4D. Ooh, it did. And look. We got some snow already happening here. So we need that. We need this plowed snow ground. Let's grab that. Let's rotate it. 180. Scale it up. Let's add a little HDRI here. Oh, mama. Oh, let's make this path tracing. Ooh, it's happening. Look at this cute little snowman. Not a lot of detail on these. Oh my gosh, Zach, I have a great solution to that. That I was so happy to find. Cats plugin Rococo blender. Yeah, you gotta fix the APOS thing. But this there's a free add-on, Cats. Fixing the rest pose is super annoying in Blender. It's annoying everywhere, but there in Blender, there's a great way to do it. And actually, if I have models that I need to change their rest pose or their bind pose, I take it to Blender and I use Cats, the Cats plugin to do it. And so this tutorial will help you do that. So this is what you need to do for your models before you do your retargeting. Okay, what else do we need? We need some more cool stuff. We need this big ass ice cliff. And we need this snow embankment. So this is the ice cliff. Yep. Scale it up. We're showing a little bit of sky in the background, but it should be big. You know what I'm talking about? And then we need this embankment here, which looks cool. It doesn't look like the textures came across correctly. Ugh. Control Shift Z, which undoes the camera movement. Oh, it's supposed to be ice. Is it supposed to be ice? Looks like rock. I don't think it's supposed to be ice. Doesn't look like it came across correctly. But let's save. Convert all of these guys. Maybe it just needs to be an octane material. No, that gave us more problems. Something weird with this embankment. What's going on here? Diffuse fall off. Okay, I guess we just won't use this. Sometimes materials don't come over the best. Like, I want more detail. It looks pretty good though. Add a subdiv. I don't like these. That looks way better. It's just too bright, man. Too bright. But maybe we just need to use a different HDRI. I mean, that looks pretty good. We just need something for the foreground. Need that foreground. Always need something. Oh, you know, I'll just use this huge snow pile again. Bring this guy over here. And rotate. Just a little something in the foreground. Subdiv that. Looking pretty good. Add some depth of field. Look, it's a snowman. And what is he going to do? He's going to go wee. Knack montages. Good to see ya. Winner of our contest the other month with an amazing submission, who also just hit 10,000 followers. I saw on his Instagram, on YouTube. Congratulations about that. I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast for my video, and it kind of slows down when I start going GPU intensive, so I might be lagging a little bit. Hold on a second. Probably going to jump off in about 20. But yeah, I want to get a little particle system running here for our snowflakes. Yeah, this is looking pretty good though. Whee! So cute. Cute little snowman. Okay, so, you know, particle system for our snowflakes. I'm going to use, am I going to use X particles? Yes, I am going to use X particles. So we are going to XP generator. And we're going to use this emitter. And we are going to generate... Oh, you know what? We don't need to use a generator. We need... Oh, we're just going to use the octane tag here. C4D octane tag, object particle rendering, set it to geometry. We got our polygon, which is our little snowflake. Save. Turn off octane, just because I don't want to mess it up right now. And we're going to get this guy going. Oh my gosh. Set our timeline back to 30. And if we just increase the hell out of the size of our emitter, and we can add some gravity. And we can add some turbulence. Look, we got some snow. It's going way too fast. So we need to make this bigger. We need less particles. We need to turn up the turbs. Oh, and then, you know, it's falling, right? So it doesn't need any initial speed. And we can turn down this gravity a little bit here. Let's try it again. Turn down the gravity a little bit more. Turn down the turbulence a tiny bit. Yeah, and this looks pretty good. So now if we turn octane back on, well, let's set... Okay, there's way too many particles, so A. Let's let it build up a little bit. Ooh, let's turn on extended data. Use rotation, tangential. And then I'm going to set on the object tag, this is our initial state. So it'll start right there. And now let's go back to our camera, turn on Octane, save, see what the deal is, see if it looks good at all. Probably way too big. Yep. But that's okay. I'm going to take our polygon and make it way smaller. Way smaller. Look, snowflakes. And if we change the emitter to just give us some radius variation. These snowflakes do not look good. I might have to go get a quick snowflake model or something. But look at this. You know? We got a snowy scene. I like Octane. I've always used Octane, so that's what I do. But Cycle seems to get great results. I just can't learn a new a new thing. Well, I should, but I haven't played with cycles that much, so I don't really have a good answer. Do you use cycles, Knack? Because you're a Blender guy, right? I'm pretty sure. Blender person, excuse me. I think you're a guy. Follow you on the gram. You know, you need that wind. This is all very, I think we're going to have to do some just color correction on the back end. But yeah, this looks pretty good. Kind of what I was thinking is we would just have the camera like here. Don't know what these black shadows are. Sometimes I get those. But I have the camera here, and then we're just moving it out slightly. And on the big jump, we move it out a lot more. And then we just keyframe some of our depth, focal depth. Boom. 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 Lay some happy holidays from Rokoko over that, and we got ourselves a little render. Yeah, well, they have cycles for cinema too, or maybe it's not the same thing. Cycles is amazing in Blender. I mean, it's free, you know what I mean? So can't beat that. So this is looking pretty good, I think. Whee! Yeah, we might just kind of call it there. And we got our little render. Yeah. Super fun to hang out. Thanks for coming, everyone. You know, happy holidays. Happy New Year. We're not going to be around next week, but the week following, we'll be back streaming. And yeah, thanks for coming. Another fun one in the bag. We will do not Cinema 4D next time, I promise. Hopefully by that point, our Unreal plugin will be working, and we'll go through that. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out. Rebecca, good to see you. Knack, good to see you as well. Everyone, JM, see you on the Discord maybe. Yeah, and, you know, thanks for coming, everyone. Super fun. And I hope everyone's safe and has a great holiday, and we'll kind of leave it there. Okay. See y'all. Stay safe out there. And have a good one. Okay, bye.